Hello. I have our read for the day. This is kind of important, honestly. And I say that I hope whoever this is meant for understands that it is for them and they recognize the importance of this. And it is going to get a little bit lectury, so please bear with me for a little bit. This is a counselor, but not actually a counselor. It's somebody with increased intuition, like somebody who has gifts, and it doesn't feel like it's just like, okay, it's there's different ways that you can embrace gifts, and there's different types of gifts that you can have, right? There's increased intuition, like clairsentience, clairaudience, psychic abilities, right? And then there's people, so in being able to be intuitive is somebody who can manipulate the energies within themselves. Being able to create magic is the ability to manipulate the energies from without. So this is somebody who is intuitive, somebody who could potentially be a healer. I mean, Horus says they do try to be a healer. So you try to be good, right? You try to do good things. You also practice witchcraft, which is great. I want you to hear what I have to hear what these are, and then I want you to hear what I have to say. Okay. This is negativity, withdrawal, despondent, complex, and instability. So this is for somebody who negativity, withdrawal, like you are about to do some sort of baneful magic, but it almost feels like it's like a love spell. Okay, so somebody wants to do a love spell, and the reason why I call this love spell baneful magic, because not all love spells are baneful magic. When we come from a place of love, and healthiness, like healthy love, right? When we want, then we're actually calling in love to us, okay? But not like a specific person. You're just like, oh my gosh, I want so much to have a beautiful, happy, healthy love. We're not actually calling in a specific person, okay? The problem is that you are trying to call in a specific person, and then it becomes baneful because people's feelings are complex. They feel very meh about you, like they're not into you, okay? So you can, and it looks like you want to, or you are going to. I think, is this Horus? This is future energy, right? Yeah. So you're thinking about, or you're planning on doing some sort of a love spell to call a specific person in. That's not good because people's emotions are, and the way people operate, they are very complex, and this is going to create instability, and instability as in like a toxic relationship, because you can't call in people to love you against your will. And unfortunately, you have the gifts to be able to do that. So just don't. When we do baneful magic, baneful magic is magic that could potentially harm somebody else. And if you are calling love from a specific person into you, that is baneful magic, okay? That could potentially harm them because you are doing something against their will, okay? That's not like protective magic. Like if you go and put protection magic on like your kids, or if you really like your neighbors and you go and you put protective magic on them, and then somebody else does something crappy, I'm getting like fuck around and find out vibes, and something bad happens to that person. What you did wasn't baneful, what you did was protective. But when you try to call in love for a specific person, that is baneful magic because you are doing something against their wishes. If they loved you, they would already love you. You can't do a love spell on somebody against their wishes, okay? and it's going to create instability. It's going to create something toxic. But what it's also going to do is it is going to you are putting negative karma out in the world when you do something like that. You are calling in. When you are a healer, you are already a beacon of light. So negativity is already drawn towards you, both on this side of the veil and the other. What you do when you do this is you call in negativity. And this is bad, bad, bad idea. Okay? Icky. We don't do this. If anybody, if you feel like this might be for you, and you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to be able to help you and make sure that you are coming from the right place when you're doing some sort of a blessing. I am so uncomfortable with the thought that you are doing this. And I don't think it's, I mean, it is my uncomfortableness, but I think it's also the other side of the veil. Like the people who you love, or people who love you. You were asking yourself a question, either a thought like crossed your mind or it was some sort of a question. And the answer to that would be no. Master brings power to action. Like you are good with manipulating energy. And that's why this is so scary. You know, if somebody is not in touch with their intuitive gifts and they tried to do this, it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? I don't think when people put, I mean, some people write these for themselves, but I think when people put like this type of stuff on the internet where to call in a specific love, they don't think of the long-term consequences. They don't think of the damage that it can do. But it does call in karma. Here we want, Horse, do we want this? It does call in karma. When you do, it's kind of on its side. I'm kind of drawn to leave it on its side. When you do good karma, this is in the upright. When you do bad karma, it is in the reverse. Okay, so we put out what we put in there, and this is baneful. This is not any good. Master brings the power to action. If you do this, this is going to turn like this, and that's not going to be any good for you. I don't want bad things to happen to you just because you have feelings for somebody. I want you to be able to have success in calling in a healthy love, okay? Which is something that you can do. Note to self, make healthy love video. I need a new notebook. I need a notebook for videos of things that I need to do, is what I need. Healthy love. Hold on, I'm just making note. Okay, I had to put that out there. Okay. Yeah, we want you to have success. Pentacles, we want you to be abundant, but we want you to be abundant in the right things. We want you to be abundant in love and happiness and joy, and that requires you to actually pour into yourself, put in self-cares. We want you to master of energy. Okay, here's the thing. If you like a person and they do not like you back, and you walk the witchy path, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do a love spell on them, and they're going to love me forever, blah, 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 blah. Let's not do that, okay? But why don't we do this, okay? What we can do is we can get them energetically out of our field enough so that we can maybe heal, and we can maybe look at things in a healthier manner. Let me find... I have a whole lot of notes here. I did not realize that most of this was just like notes. Okay. This is what I want you to do. Is I want you to, if you are in love with somebody or you have feelings for somebody like crush or whatever, and they don't have the same feelings for you, we're not doing this love spell, but we are going to put their name on a piece of paper. Okay? And then we are going to fold it away from us 3 times. And we are going to go put this in the fridge. Or not the fridge. We're going to put it in the freezer. We're going to go stick these feelings on ice. Sorry, somebody just arrived at the neighbor's house. We're going to... Hold on just a second. Oh, hold on. Sorry, turned out Thomas was home. So we are folding this away from us. We're folding this away from us 3 times. Now you can do one of 2 things. You can actually put it in an ice cube tray and fill that cube up with water, and you can stick it in a baggie. You can stick it under a bag of frozen peas. You can stick it in a baggie if you think you're going to add more names to this to the bag. And you're going to stick them in the freezer, and you're going to separate your emotions from them enough so that you can maybe come at this in a more healthy, energetic way, if that makes sense. Because this is not safe, and we don't want to do this. And you actually do have the gifts to make this successful, and this is not going to be any good for you. Okay? Again, if you walk a witchy path and you have any questions, reach out to me. I will help you. I will support you in the healthiest manner possible. Okay? I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their day. I hope you guys make good choices, and I will talk to you later. Bye.